rolling, 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 rolling. I don't know where that song came from just now. Hey, all, and welcome to another episode of Two Chicks, One Screen. It is Lulu and Crystal, and we're here with today's movie, Breaking All the Rules. Now, I will be a little more excited about this movie than I was about the last couple movies we've watched. You
Oh,
think movies are classic? They are not. All right, so Breaking All the Rules have some very big heavy hitters before they were really heavy hitters, we'll say. No, I
yeah,
think more Chestnut was more of a mid during this time.
yeah. I mean, Jamie Foxx was, doing more comedy. I think in this time, I'm not sure if he had his show at the time or
Mhm.
maybe it was like overlapping. Um,
Gabrielle Union,
Gabrielle Union, she was in a lot of things at that time. She was in
right?
stuff. She was
She,
she was she was the
her,
it person
her,
at the
her
time.
portfolio for the 2000s, like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah, very heavy, very heavy.
right? Even though I
Um,
don't think she's a good actress, but that's just
ay, ay, ay.
mine.
Anyways, right? So, breaking all the rules if you've never seen it. So, this movie is basically about a playbook on how to break up with someone.
And it's very for us who and I say us because we are both educators. It
Hmm.
took a very science approach towards it, which you
Yeah,
you necessarily could look at it and be like, okay, I could see all those things happening. We definitely could incorporate them, right? Because it was like, well, rule one: don't break up at your house, break up at her
right.
house, or break up in somewhere in public, right? Which makes sense because 9 times out of 10, somebody doesn't want to make a whole scene and get,
Right.
a bunch
Facial
of
expressions was,
right.
something that they talked about very heavily. Um,
Now we should talk about why he wrote the book.
right.
Initially, he wrote the book because
So his boss was afraid to fire people, and so he basically tasked him, Jamie Foxx, which is played by Quincy. Well, Quincy is the person, to fire people. And he had to research how to fire people because he was like, well, I don't want nobody coming here trying to shoot the place up. So let's figure let's figure this out. In the midst of that, his girlfriend, who he's about to propose to, which Helen, um, broke up with him in a very public place
right,
in front of all his friends.
everybody in front of everybody, and then
Everybody at
tried
the
to
club.
play cry.
Yes, she did. She was like, "Oh my god, wait, how did you make this about like that I did something to you?" She was
Right,
like, she already had the trip to Paris already booked.
and,
I'm like, wait a
and,
minute,
and a partner.
right? I'm like, where's you going? He was so confused. He was dumbfounded. He was stuck, and so in the midst of learning to fire someone and basically being fired, he got his feelings. He started writing her a letter because he felt so like the way that you did
Compelled,
this was wrong. You did
right,
this wrong
compelled.
to me. And he became, he made this book, and I thought it was really incredible. His cousin Evan, played by Morris Chestnut, came and checked on it. It was like, what's happening? And so he went, let's take it for a test run. He
Right,
even had parts where he talked about the person, what their zodiac sign was, and
right,
how the breakup
right,
would be
right.
different for different zodiac signs. I was like, as a person who loves astrology, I was like, oh, let me hear more about that. Go. And so, it really worked. And so the book really went somewhere. And now he had to help his boss, who he was supposed to be firing people, now help him break up with the girlfriend,
Right,
which was Rita.
right.
Rita was
Now,
very spicy.
I mean, that was her character.
She
She
was
was,
tactical. She was tactical.
yes. And there are some women who their end game is to make sure that I am a married woman and I secure my bag,
Hmm.
you know. Um Now what ends up happening is Evan sends Quincy out to break up with Nicky. I think that's her
Yes.
name.
Right.
Who is played by Gabrielle Union. And
she had met the 3-month mark.
right. Okay, so the scenario for me, which is really funny because I've had this conversation with a lot of men where she decides, oh, I want to cut my hair, right? And then as she's getting it chopped off, his dick starts to jump, or he gets pain in his dick. I've had so many men tell me like, oh, you should never cut your hair. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You should wear it like this. And I feel as a woman, why are we so guided on what men think about how our hair goes? Because at the end of the day, you're not doing it. You're not sitting here going, I don't tell you, oh, go get your hair cut or do whatever. But because she changed her look, Quincy didn't know who she was.
Right, because she was described as having long black hair.
Right.
And he described all that. And Evan got concerned because when he went to the house, picked her up, she goes, oh, we need to talk. And so he immediately like, oh, he jinxed me. She gonna break up with me. No, I just want to show you my new haircut.
Right.
And because he was so paranoid that he was about to get broken up with, because he was supposed to be the break upper. He sent the cousin to do some recon, as it will. And he ended up shooting himself in the foot because they really, hit it off. And it spiraled into this whole thing. What I liked when they were getting to know each other is the teasing. Like, they wanted to do it, but they were both kind of unsure. Yeah. Right. And when she started to talk about her fantasies, like, that is such an intimate
moment, right?
Right, because even long-term couple would be like, I'm not going to sit here. Like, you feel like you're on display.
Right.
Just completely okay, yeah. And she fully went for it and fully committed to that thing. Like, he wants to tear her.
He just was like, roar, pounce on it and be like, I'm just telling you my fantasy. Just sit here and chill. No, it's too much for you.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit, what? Then as the book gets more popular and all these things, the damn girlfriend, ex-fiance, whoever Helen, brings her little raggedy ass back from goddamn Paris.
Because she is the muse. If someone wrote a book about you, wouldn't you want to come back also?
But can we go back just a minute? Because what's crazy is that the best man is who she went to Paris with.
Yeah.
That's so rude. What about the friend code? How you finna go with my woman?
But that's how the cousin felt about Quincy being with Nicky. Like,
it's true.
You broke code, right?
But he ain't really know. It wasn't clear. Till it got clear, then it was like,
he didn't know it was her, right? Because he gave him a fake name.
Right, exactly. And also, so then he was like, okay, well, if one of these girls who everybody's now trying to get him because he wrote this book and they're trying to get in his pants and all that, the next girl that come over and do it, you go ahead and have that cuz. And so Evan did. And so he met Rita and said, I was Quincy, and they had a little love affair, and how that went. It was crazy. We also talk about animal abuse, right? Because he done got that man's dog all kinds of alcohol.
Liquor.
The dog was on alcohol.
The moment the bottle popped, the dog was like,
the dog only drunk brown. Poor little pug.
Now, I will say the most hilarious part that stands out in the movie to me is Nicky's client who wants her to touch his dick all the time.
That old man was like, touch my dick. I'm like, sir, what is the problem? She's not going to touch your dick. Just touch my dick.
However, I don't know if that was her
co-worker was a troublemaker.
She was a very big instigator and the reason for a lot of their fallout issue, especially towards the end. I feel like a lot of the ends of the movies have a lot of parties where you just end up and all shit just go break loose, right? It just goes crazy.
Because she wanted them together so bad, but like, why? Why is the fantasy of me and somebody so important to you?
Right, because she kept saying, "But you guys are perfect," and I'm like, "But you don't hear what she's saying." Like
She
she
wasn't
just
listening at all. She
at
was
all.
really. That's not a good friend.
You guys
Like,
were perfect together.
who says who? You go date him then.
Right, and I think she wanted. No, she ended up
She
dating.
didn't want. She ended up with the boss because Rita went and gave the man a heart attack. He kept trying to break up with her. She kept saying, "No, you don't want to break up with me. You want to clean my boots. You don't break up with me. Look at me in this outfit."
She definitely gave me Dom. She
Yes.
gave me
Oh yes.
Dom, Fem
Oh,
Dom, and that
she
is she was getting
yes.
hurt. It just was, "You're going to do this," and he was like, "Yes, I
He was like,
will."
"I want to break up." No, you want to get engaged. No, I want to break up. No,
Right.
you don't. You want to get
And then,
married. Look at my address. What?
and then the only thing that he was that type of man that if you tell me something, I'm gonna do the complete
Yeah.
opposite because um Quincy kept telling him like, "Just break up with her, just break up with her," and he like, "No, now I'm gonna marry her." Like, bro, why are you
He
forcing
was because
yourself?
he was so scared of her. He didn't know what to do with himself.
It was that down.
But he's like, "All right, give her this letter. You wrote me a letter. Where you going?" He couldn't lie. Like he
Right.
just come on
But
now, grow a pair. Grow a pair.
because more Evan lied to
And
her and manipulated her,
she ended up marrying his
she
ass.
got out-domed.
She did. She was like, "Oh shit, what? You
Right.
tricked me?"
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that shit
I'm gonna
turned her
marry
on
you.
completely.
Even that shit was a little weird. Like, what? Okay.
Now I have watched the movie, before with my husband, and I had to turn to him and say, "So you must really not love me because you didn't bite through your skin for me."
So that I've been waiting for that, right? To talk about self-preservation, right? We've all come to that moment where you like, "I will do anything for love, but I
But I
won't do
won't
that."
do that.
That I'm not biting myself till you see blood. If you don't believe me, fuck it. Self-preservation, baby. Self-preservation.
It's a real thing.
It is.
It's a real thing. Because like,
Because how many people are really out here doing all the crazy shit? Because, well, you know what? Love will have you do some crazy things. And I'm only saying that because I just recently
I,
saw that Chris,
oh Lord, no,
girl
mm-mm.
got the tattooed on her face, and I just had to say that dick is one hell of a drug. I just thought I don't know what else makes you want to do.
She got Stockholm syndrome. I don't care because you had one here and you got it covered up when he was with the other girl. Da, 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 da. Now he done broke up with the girl. The man in the jail. Now you're gonna get his whole face on your face? No, ma'am. And he's still acting like that's not his baby. We getting off topic, but no, ma'am.
No. We still on topic because it's what you will do for love, right?
Not that.
Love.
That's called lust.
It definitely is. It definitely is, and I don't think people understand the difference between
That is
love will
called
not have love should have brought your ass home.
right. That's called popularity. There's many other words. It ain't that one though.
Right. But
You disrespect me and my child, and no, ma'am, no, ma'am,
right.
no, ma'am. It's
But
not.
going back to sitting there biting your was the middle of your
Yeah, I can't do that. First of all, that's my palace of anxiety. This what helps me to relax when I want to snap somebody in half. Why would I now destroy that?
and he did it. He did
Well,
it.
he ran into a wall too, so that probably didn't help none.
That made him bite harder.
Exactly. That would help.
That's
Not
what
him
got
really biting that shit. Not him running to that damn wall. And then the old man was vexed when he got back on that train because first of all, he thought he was really gonna get his dick touched at some point in this movie. He done grabbed that lady on the train, boobaloos and everything. He knew somebody was gonna touch his dick by the end of this movie. He
Of
was
course.
very mistaken.
That just tell you your sex drive does not ever diminish.
That's it. So that man was all in the good by 85. Still like, come on, you gonna touch it or what? You gonna touch it? Come on. Stop. Touch a
That's
little bit. Come on.
that's gonna be Lil. That's gonna be Lulu.
Ain't that the truth, Ruth? Hmm. But at the end, I'm very happy for everyone who made their connections and what they needed to do. And I felt like, they all been a place they need to be.
Right.
Rita and Evan both going to manipulate the fuck out of each other.
As as a sex educator, the breakups of how breakups go and how they can turn out and how it can lead you to being depressed and all kind
Hmm.
of shit, right? It definitely was a very good, relatable movie. It felt like it could be real, unlike that other ass movie we watched.
Ay, ay, ay. But I enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I like how it played out. Helen definitely got what she deserved. All the dogs want to chase her ass down the street, and they should have. And I was happy for everybody at the end.
It
The
wasn't.
boss finally got somebody who
It
was the
wasn't a
tender.
TV ending. It
Yeah,
was. Everything was plausible. Like, okay, I can see that
there was
happening.
some good, not overly intense sex scenes, but you got the memo. You can put your own conclusion. Like, oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. Again, to the dominatrix part, he done dropped his quarter. She done stepped all in the man's grind with the high heel. I was like, what did you say? What do you want to do? Oh, nothing. I didn't want to do nothing. Nothing. But then when she got with Evan, she was very submissive. So it's just crazy the power
Very. But that
dynamic.
just tells you how being with certain people you can become a switch.
Mhm.
How easy it is to switch.
Yeah. So that's it for this one, guys. We hope that you enjoyed it. Of course, you're going to look for the playlist for each one of these movies. And, obviously stay tuned for the next one. Make sure you share it out. Okay, because we love to see our faces.
Sharing is caring.
And it's mad free. So let's go ahead and just, do what you got to do.